Hello everyone and welcome back to my Minecraft survival world, where tonight we will be streaming, and the plan is to go over to the skeleton spawner and get a few more redstone contraptions in. The first thing we want to do is set up the auto crafting setup so that we can craft the bones that we get from the loot drops from the skeletons into bone blocks. When we're done with that, we need to install a dropper system to take all the goodies, all the loot we get from the skeletons, and transport them up to the auto sorter. Now, we better get going, but since the last stream, as you can see, my pickaxe hasn't been repaired yet, and I think before we go to the spawner room, let's get this pickaxe repaired. Bella! Sweet kitty cat Bella. I just want to quickly open up a second screen here so that I can see what we are doing. There we go. Alright, so let's do first things first and go and repair our tools. So I think we can just do both pickaxes, the axe and the shovel, and the bow. I mean, they aren't anywhere close to breaking, but let's just be safe and do the repairs. I'm going to use a few pumpkins for that, because these villagers are keen to trade pumpkins. They obviously don't want to trade too many pumpkins, but that's alright. Let's see. That's getting closer. Do you do pumpkins? Yes, you do. And I don't think any of these other guys, because you don't do you do pumpkins, but I've already done it. You don't. I don't think any of these guys do pumpkins. Which is a sad situation. But anyway, I know the potato farmers, they are keen on some pumpkin juice. And that's the pickaxe. Let's do the other pickaxe. That's alright. Then let's maybe do the shovel. And where's this other guy now? Ah. So you're admiring the painting, Evelyn? That's so nice of you. Anyway, I can't stay in chat. I need to get going. I've got work to do. I'm just going to drop the pumpkins in there. And then I see the sun is going down, so we might need to take a little sleep before we go to the spawner. Alright, horsey, I'll come get you just in a second. Let me just take a quick nap. See if Bella brings us a little gift in the morning. And then we can go and see about Bella. What? No gift? Alright. But have a little snack, why don't you? Just listen at the purring. Get the emerald blocks and store them with the rest of the emeralds. And then we can grab our little horsey and go and see how much progress we've made at the spawner room. Now I still need to come and build a little path and a little bridge going over here, because it seems we're going to be using this road, once it is a road, quite a bit. But first things first. Guys, I just noticed, anyway, that we have just passed 550 subscribers. In fact, we are on 551 subscribers. So that, I think, is very special. It's taken me quite a bit of time to get there, but we are finally there and making strides into the mission to get to 1,000 subscribers. So if I could ask you a little favor, do share the stream, let your friends know about the channel, and ask them nicely if they would also like to subscribe. Other than that, please say hello when you're in the chat. I don't mind lurkers, you are welcome to just sit back and relax, but you can at least just say hi. Or post a smiley face, those are also cool. Right? Yes, that's correct. Let's get going and see. Oh, if I could just go in the right direction now, that would help. Okay, so here's our little automated filter system. Now this one, I think I set up for arrows. The other one is set up for bones. Now, I need to find a way to get the crafters in there. But before I do that, I need to just go over it and figure out again exactly how the crafter works. Now I'm not sure whether or not I've made the crafters, doesn't seem like it. And as always, I can't remember the recipe for crafters. So let's quickly check. We need 2 crafting tables, some iron, and 2 droppers. Do I have? I think I did bring a couple of droppers. I'm sure I did. There you go. 2 droppers. That will be crafting tables. I'm sure we've got iron somewhere. There you go, we've got iron as well. So let's do this. What am I missing? What am I missing? 2 droppers. Oh, I need the redstone. Don't have a lot of redstone left, which I guess that's going to be a problem. So we might need to... Oh, I do have some more redstone. So that's not going to be the problem I thought it might be. Now, in order to make the crafter work, I need to... Well, actually, I need to make 2 more crafters. Because I'm going to need to use the crafter to send out a signal to... Huh? I just made crafters now, I can't remember the recipe again. So iron, redstone, droppers. I need droppers. So another 2 droppers, then we should be able to make the 2 crafters. Then next up I need comparators, which I'm going to need a little bit of netherite for, and I'm going to need stone. So I need 4 comparators, which obviously poor planning again. As usual, I need to make a few sticks. Oh, I've got sticks. So we can make a couple of redstone torches. Maybe just do another 9. And we can grab another comparator. I think I should just grab another repeater as well. And then let's quickly set up a sample system. So we've got this one, and then we'll have one here which we just fill in like so. Then we'll have a comparator going out. We change it over, so then if we put a little bit of redstone, that should light up the redstone. Great stuff. But now this only gives us a signal of 1. Let's just see something. Can we put a bow in there? Still just a signal of 1. Okay, but that shouldn't be too much of a problem. Now tell me, if I put a redstone repeater in here. Okay, so that's going to work. But this one needs to be turned around. Well, I guess for testing purposes, that'll work. Okay, that seems to be something. That doesn't work. But I think I've got a plan. How do you make a target block? Okay. Yeah, so if we put a target block here, that'll work. And then let's just do a test here. Because now if we put a... Oh, that works. So let's quickly see something else. If we grab a dropper, put the dropper on there, and we do this, we throw those in there, Oh, oops. That is going to be an infinite loop. Okay, but the concept is working anyway. But what I was thinking, if we do this... Okay, so that will work. Alright, so this is going to be the setup for the crafter. So this, the first one, will be making bone meal from bone blocks. So then that one is that still lighting up? Okay, because now we want it to only light up when it's full, because we need this one should only trigger I don't know, did I do something wrong? Let's just do that. That's not cool. How did we do? Okay, you know what? I know where to go look. So let's go have a nap. Then we'll go and just investigate something. Because I know I have used the crafter for the melons. So I can just go and have a little look-see how I did that part quickly, and then we can... Hello? Let's just run away from here before that creeper sees me and tries to follow me home. So if we go up here into this tower, I can just have a quick see about how I did the crafter up there that's crafting the melons into, or the melon slices into melons. So let's just see. Good. Why? Oh, I see. I see. That is how it should be done. All right. That's the mistake. So I've made enough comparators to do the right thing. I just didn't put the one in that I needed to put in. So the first part, crafting the bones into bone blocks, that's not the difficult part. That's not the part I've been getting wrong. I think the setup that we've got here will pretty much do what I need it to do. But now, for the other part of the setup, for the crafting the bones into, or the bone meal into bone blocks, I need to do this, and then let's just see. So this should only trigger when it's full. Moment it's not full, it doesn't trigger. And then, if I remember right, I can take this away, because that should work as well. Perfect. Alright, let's go and see how we can manage to put this up there where the bones are going to be filtered. Now I just want to use my smooth stone for this. So I'm going to need 1, 2. But now I'm wondering, do I... Well, I guess let's just put it in the way that I did it down there. So I don't want to go too low. We need to try and see, because if we put the hopper right here, it can point into a crafter on this side. Okay, let's see if we can just expand this scaffolding a little bit. And then ow! Okay, let's see. Now, should I do this? And then we can have the crafter this side. But is it going to let, am I going to let it spit out downwards? Okay, so I think this is the way. We will just go and get the hopper to go into the crafter like so. And if we just test quickly, that should do the trick. Okay. And then it's going to push the... It's going to push the bone meal down underneath. Now, going to probably need to take away this one, because I'm going to need another crafter to because this crafter is going to spit it out, and I'm going to need it to spit it into a second crafter. So let's see if we can do that. Okay, and then if we put a bone block in there, and we just power the first crafter. How are we gonna do that? So that should push. But where did my wheat go? Oh. How does that work? This isn't it? Okay, but this isn't going to work. Well, it is going to work, but not in this configuration. So maybe what I'm thinking, if we put the crafter let's do this. Let's put the crafter pointing this way. Right, so if we put the wheat in there and we put the button on top and press the button, the wheat is coming out here. Right, now if we put a dropper like so, and we do this again, it's pushing it into the dropper. So that is working. So now we are going to, let's just see. Are we going to, I didn't want to do that now, did I? Let's see if we just expand this way a little bit. Because what we want is if we put another dropper there, and then we have the comparators like this, and we have the Redstone. Go there. Now, didn't I bring another target block? Let's just go and get the target block. So, anybody in the chat who wants to say hi? Tonight we are busy with trying to figure out the auto sorter system so that we can, or the auto crafter system at least, so that we can get the bones crafted into bone blocks. Listen, my friend, Suli, can I just call you Suli? I don't know. You said I shouldn't try to pronounce your name, but I need to call you something. You're not late. I only started the stream about 30 minutes back, so you are definitely not late. Or if you are late, I was also late. So don't worry about it. I'm just trying to sort out this crafter thing. But anyway, let me see. I just want to... Now I'm going to mess it up again. Okay, so if we put the target block there, right, and we put a filler item in there, I think. So we need to get one block in there, and that should send the signal. Should we do that? No. I've just done this. Okay. If we do this, and we put a block in there, not working. Let's or should there be... Let me just try this. I think this is what I did earlier. And so. We put the bone block in there. That's it. There you go. Awesome. So then this one is working. Now we need to go and get the second one. Yeah, the crafters are weird, but when you get them to work, they make your life a little bit easier. The thing is just to get them to work first. So, okay. Where's the dropper coming out? The dropper is going to come out here. So the dropper will drop it into another crafter, and let's just see the height, because now, see, the crafter is here. Is it going to interfere with... So crafter is down there, so that shouldn't interfere with any of the other redstone. So let's see, now we need this crafter setup, right? So that's just going to be full. If we remove one, it's off. Okay. Now I just need to remember what I've done here. And you know, I'm going to run 2 blocks away and already forgot how I've done it. But anyway, let's see. So we're going to have this crafter, and I'm thinking we can just are we going to push it out to the back or to the side? We push it out to the side. We've got a dropper. Let's try this. Let's try this quickly. Where's my smooth stone? So if we put it like this so that the dropper catches, and I'm sure that torch shouldn't interfere. Then we can just do this. I'm going to need another one, and let's take down this scaffolding first, because now it's going to be in the way. You know what? I think for now, let me just figure this thing out. My mind is, look, it's Friday. It's Friday. It's weekend. So my mind is, I wouldn't say my mind, there's anything off with my mind. I just need to figure it out. Now this one, was it like fully done like that? Then like so. And like so. And then we bring the redstone there. And then I need another target block. And I don't know why I'm using target blocks. I just think with my experience, the target blocks usually works a little bit better. Or at least, maybe if it doesn't work better, it just works for what I am trying to do. Now, well, I guess I don't need scaffolding. I can just climb up here. And then we can put this target block right here. So then if I put this in here, and it's gonna work. Yes! It's working. And that's perfect. Now I do need to get this hopper in here. Let's go and grab my wheat blocks. And then let's see if we run it through. So basically what needs to happen is that if I put the wheat into this hopper here, this one should deconstruct it, the next one should reconstruct it, and we should end up with the hay bales. That's great. That's working. Perfect. Perfect. I think we're making progress. So now, the next thing I need to do, is get the storage system for these blocks, for the bone blocks and the arrows. So I'm sure this is going to work, right? I believe so. So I will have to come back up here later. I just want to, first of all, set up everything to work. Once I'm happy that everything is working, I can come back and make it look pretty as well. Or not pretty, just make it look better than these plain walls. So now I'm thinking this one could be, well, I could start my double chests right here. And it needs to come down, so I can put a double chest, then a double chest like this. Alright, this is going to work. But I need to go and get my chests, and I don't think I'm going to have enough hoppers, but that's not a big concern right now, because we can always make more hoppers. So this one going to be a double chest right here, then so I need to get to this row. So if we just put a temporary block in there, and then can have a double chest here, and we can use this hopper to go into this double chest. Right, and then I want a little bit of space here. Well, I think one block should be enough to put the, I want to use the same sort of redstone lamp system that I've got on this side, just to be able to alert us when our bone blocks is full, and then also just when we've got quite a bit of bone blocks as well. So we can put a double chest like so. Is this going to... should I go in a different direction? Because I think this will work. If we do this, we get the hopper in there. We get the hopper in here. Let me just see. So I'm going to need another comparator to... No problem, my friend. Welcome back. Would you want to see them videos of redstone flying machines? No. You know what? I would say if you're going to make a video, make it anyway. Whether anybody is going to watch them or not, just make them. I will definitely check it out if you make them. I'm not... Look, to be honest, redstone flying machines, I haven't played with them yet. I haven't played with redstone flying machines yet. I don't have any plans to do them in the near future. But I'm definitely, at some point, I might get bored in this world. And then the redstone flying machine might just be something I might want to do. So if you're saying it would work on 3 axes, so forward, backwards, up and down, or how would that be? Because I've seen a lot of redstone like flying machines, but and honestly they don't look too complicated to make either, but I've just never thought of having them. I don't know. That could be interesting, having it. Well, I would say, honestly speaking, just make the video. So if you want to talk about nuclear physics, our other friend in the chat will watch them. So, that's exactly what I told him yesterday as well. I don't know anything about nuclear physics either. I think anybody that does, I told him yesterday, the only thing I know about nuclear physics is that if you do it wrong, it's probably going to make one big boom. That makes a creeper explosion looks like child play. So, okay, let me quickly get back to the system I'm busy with. I want to put this so just to do a test here quickly. See if I put the redstone lamp up there and I put the... I'm just going to remove this chest for now quickly. I'm putting the comparator there. I put something in here. There you go. It does light up. So I'm probably going to put this redstone lamp. Must it be? Must come one forward. Then right there. Okay, and then we can we're just going to do similar system than we did on the other side. Maybe another time then we can talk about 1.21 gigawatts. Okay. Cleaning your residence. At least that's being productive on a... what time is it there? Where you're cleaning your residence. Is it Friday evening already? Because I mean that is not a very nice job to be doing on a Friday evening, I would say. But if it has to be done, it has to be done. Am I right? Or am I right? So let's see. If we do this and we put this repeat or comparator in here, we put another block because it can power through a block, right? Yes. Perfect. So once this chest starts filling up, that top light is going to go on. Which is exactly what we want to happen. Then let me just... So we've got this. I need to get another chest in here with a dropper pointing into it. And everyone, it just started raining quite hard outside. So I hope the microphone isn't picking up too much of it, and if it does, I hope it's not too much of a bother. It's not too loud. Okay, let me grab a barrel and wait. I think the Minecraft 10-minute cycle has gone a little bit over time because it's been dark outside. Guys, sorry if I'm not keeping too much of an eye on the chat. A movie reference. 1.21 gigawatts, a movie reference. Okay, Back to the Future. Oh, that makes sense. That does make sense. 3:21 p.m. So it's Friday afternoon and you are cleaning your residence. Not a nice job for a Friday afternoon. But yes, as I said, if it has to be done, it has to be done. I was looking into Turkey today, but honestly I didn't have a lot of time for it. But I did notice what you said about the 3 different climates, which makes sense after I looked at the map of Turkey. So I'm north of Santa Cruz, south of Hell, Santa Claus, Indiana, Hell, Michigan. So honestly, I don't think I've had any American audience in the chat before. So anyway, welcome here, if I haven't welcomed you yet, It's always nice to have people from all over the place in the chat. Let me grab a barrel, and then this barrel is going to need to be right here, like so. And then we need to figure out how we are going to bring this down. So probably something like this we can have. Now I need to just, because if we put another, thanks for the subscribe. IRKNT bot. How would you like me to pronounce that name? So I am from South Africa, and obviously I'm sure you deducted that our other friend in the chat is from Turkey. Let's see quickly. If I do this, then I can put the hopper going in there, and that should work out pretty well, I think. Just need to get another hopper. Then we can detect this. Alright, I think this is going to work out, my friends. This is going to... Midwest bot, not bit. Okay, so I'll just call you bot then. We've got our other friend and bot, because the Turkish names is a little bit above where what I can pronounce. Maybe if I heard the pronunciation, I might be able to pronounce it. But for now, let's just go with our friend. So I need to get a few more hoppers. But before I can do that, I need to just clear some space and make a few chests. Then make a few hoppers. And this should be plenty. I only need one here. Well, I can put it there, then I can save this hopper. If that makes sense. And just fill in the floor. Then I'm going to need a block right here. And not gonna lie, I feel sorry for your country. America isn't the best place to live, but it could have been worse. IR not bot. Oh, now I catch it. Like a bad AI trying to pass as a human. That's definitely a very interesting name. And as our other friend have been saying, yes, I think we spoke about it yesterday, the political landscape, and again, I don't want to get into politics or anything, but the political landscape, I think in America, in Europe, and many other parts of the world, currently is things are rough out there. Things are rough, and yes, I agree, America is getting a lot of hate recently, and especially, well, me being from South Africa, and with uh, the whole mess between South Africa and America at the moment. There's a lot of places in the world that's not too happy with America right now, but I think, as I've said before, it's not isolated to only America. I think there's a lot of things through a lot of places in the world that's not very nice at the moment. Okay, cool. I think this one, so this is going to be the bones, and this section is looking good. More division and hostility. You actually have PTSD from school. I'm sorry to hear that. Have you been through a traumatic experience at school? So I know there's been, I think every time there's like something happening with schools in America, it makes world news actually. A lot of people are always talking about it, and I feel sad for those sort of situations. So, Bot, thanks for joining. I hope to see you again sometime soon. I'm trying to weekdays stream about the same time as now, and yeah, you're welcome anytime to come and pop in. Have a look on the channel at my survival videos if you like. I think there I've got a few cool videos that you can check out. And then I'll see you next time you're in. Alright, so I want to quickly just see if this whole system is now working. Let's just do a test run. I know it's meant for bones, but I'm just going to drop the wheat bales in there again. So the wheat will get disassembled and reassembled, and then it should end up in this barrel right here. So that's working as intended. Now I'm obviously going to need a lot of double chests on this side to bring this whole system down, and I think my hoppers are also not going to be enough. But I think while I'm at it, I'm probably going to take a little gander back towards the base to get more iron, because I don't see any more iron here, and I'm probably going to have to do that quickly, and in the process I can just show anybody else that's new in the chat what the world is looking like so far. But before I go to base, let's see, I need 2 comparators and 2 redstone lamps, and then I need a lot of chests and a lot of hoppers. And let's see if this works out. Let me make a few more torches. Let's get the comparators, which I'll need 2 for now. Then I need more redstone, and the redstone is a little bit of a problem because what I've got with me is literally what I've got. And then I'm just going to put a barrel right here so that I can just put the things in there that I need in this area. So it's the 2 redstone torches, the 2 comparators, then I need my hoppers and my chests. So then we can take a quick trip back to the base, and I can just show all the new people on the chat what the base looks like. So my friend, you must also have a lovely evening. I'm not sure whether I'll be streaming on here or on Twitch tomorrow. I might do both. On Twitch I do stream about I'm testing out a new mod. So that's a Twitch stream. I did add the Twitch link to my profile on YouTube, so you're welcome to check it out. Give me a follow on Twitch as well, and then you can get notified if I do stream on Twitch. I might, like I say, the Twitch stream is usually a bit shorter, but it was lovely having you in the chat, and I will definitely see you again next time. Enjoy your weekend. Now let's go and have a little bit of an exploration around the base and just show you guys. I need to go and see if I can get a little bit of extra redstone and iron. Redstone and iron. Please don't let me forget about the iron. I think on redstone we will be okay. We don't really need that much more for what I've got planned for this stream, but the most important is getting iron. And I'm thinking, let's just put the horse here for now. I'm not sure whether or not I switched this iron farm on, but I think I can just switch it on. Okay, Zombert is still there. Villagers are still there. We do have a bit of iron in here, but I'm going to... well, let's not leave it. Let's take it with us. And let's switch on the iron farm. There you go. There's the iron golem. And then we can leave the farm behind. Let it work. It will take a bit of time to fill that barrel we've got down there, so I'm not too concerned. I'm coming back here towards the base quite frequently, so I'm not concerned. I'm just gonna take 27 iron blocks. I think, or I don't think, I know for sure that's more than enough. Then just grab a few emeralds and let's go visit our cleric villager. Now I should actually make more clerics. And guys, so yeah, we've got a little house with a barn. I've got my wool farm up there in the top of the barn. and the sheep are being sheared, and the wool is being sorted, and that's just going on nicely on its own. Over here, this tower is basically my crop storage system, and as you can see, these farmers has been going at it and gathering crops for me. Now, the very first few days playing on this world, I came here and I just dug out a little area underneath here to get a few worker villagers, and one of them is a cleric villager, and this is basically where I've gotten all my redstone from in this world. And now, oh, okay, that I must just put away. So unfortunately, as I said, it's only one cleric that I've got down here, but he does provide me with redstone, and that should be more than enough for what we need to do. We'll see. Oh, there you'll see my nether portal now. The nether, I did find a very nice nether fortress with a spawner right where I'm entering into the fortress. So that's a really nice source of blaze rods. This is my cow farm, just the normal feed the cows wheat, and once they breed, once they grow up, we just use my looting sword and get a few pieces of leather. This area is where I was breeding the sheep for the sheep farm, and now I don't use those sheep anymore. I just decided to leave them there because maybe one day I will need more sheep. But anyway, so that's the world so far. Let me jump into FreeCam just to give you a better look at the world. So right on this side we've got our red barn with a pen for my donkey, my mule, my first horse, and then a trader llama that got left behind when its trader decided to leave the world. Back here we've got a pig pen, and we've got a pen for the cows and the sheep as well. And over here, as I said, is my working class farmer villagers. And they are just gathering crops, filling the crops into, or feeding the crops into this crop tower, where I've got the capacity for roughly about 20,000 of each crop. Potatoes, wheat, beetroot, carrots, pumpkins and melons. So now I think we can install the storage system for this side. This side is going to be arrows, and we are going to have a lot of space for arrows because, I mean, what can we do with arrows? I do have a mending bow with, let's check, my mending bow has got power 5, flame, punch 2 and unbreaking. So I do come and get the arrows for my bow, but now if I'm not using my bow a lot, those arrows are going to be accumulating very, very fast. And I don't know, anybody in the chat, do you have any ideas what I can do with the extra arrows? I mean, I had a suggestion the other day that I could put potion effects on the arrows, but I mean my bow is strong enough. I'm not sure I need potion effects. I could also build traps and use the arrows and the traps and whatnot. So that's something that I might consider at some point. But for now, if any of you have any ideas what I can do with arrows, because otherwise they are just going to end up in a lava trash can if I get too many of them. So let's go and make a few more hoppers and get this storage system for the arrows sorted. So I'm going to, let's make 16 chests, and I don't think I need all that much. Let's just make another, let's make 8 more hoppers for now. Then we can just put the iron away, the emeralds away, and set this up. So let's start with placing the redstone lamps. So this one will need to be there, and we're going to just put a piece of smooth stone behind it. Then we can put the... Didn't I bring a barrel now? Take a barrel. Put the barrel right in here. Put the barrel in. Then we'll have a smooth stone there. We'll have a comparator on top of the smooth stone. We'll have a redstone lamp going into the comparator, and then we can remove this. And then let's see how we can do this part. Oops. So let's just have an extra bit of storage. We can put a double chest there, and this will go into the double chest. And then I'm going to do the same thing I did that side, just bring the double chests down here. Like so. Then I believe we can come a little bit forward with the chests. So we can do this. And when do we want this one to come on? Maybe we can feed it from there. Alright. So then we can basically do this chest, and then No. This chest. Alright, so we'll have a hopper here. So this hopper will switch on that light once it starts filling up. So that's our sort of, let's call it the initial system, showing us that we do have plenty of arrows. Then we'll have a hopper going in there. We can then take out this hopper because that one will be good enough. And now where did that hopper go? Oh, we're going to need to put a hopper there and another one here to pull from this chest. Great stuff. So now we can just put the hoppers in. I'm going to need one more. And if we go up here, so I will need to get a hopper in there. Then we need to get a hopper in there. And then one more in there. So let's quickly test it. If we throw, let's put the flint and steel in there. Is it going through? Oh my goodness, it's working. But it's working as intended. Be sure to know it is working as intended. But when I hooked it up, I didn't think, or I didn't remember that there was arrows up in the sorting system. So if we go up here, I don't know how many arrows I've got in there, but I do have arrows in there. So yes, this one does have arrows. The arrows is pretty much should be finished by now. So we can just check, but now checking if the flint and steel has come through is going to be pretty much pointless because the arrows already came through. So now this light is off. So what's basically going to happen as the items flow through the system, the lights are going to light up. And I don't think I've got a problem with that. And then what did we say? Which hopper are we going to check for if the system is full? I mean, can we get up to this one? Let's quickly see how far we can get up, because I can always take that block out. And that one, so that we can go up here. Okay, so this should work. So we are going to then monitor this hopper. But now might not work. So I think we're going to put it here. Put the comparator here so we monitor this chest. Because honestly speaking, once this chest starts filling up, we are going to have plenty of arrows right and ready for us to use or not use or do something with. So I'm quickly going to let's just take out this hopper so we can just test if that light is now. I don't know. Let's just put a few things in here, because this chest is going to need to be pretty full before that light is gonna switch on. And is it going to switch on? Let's just put okay, there, that's on. Okay, so that will definitely work. Then I need to put this hopper back there. And just fill in the floor. Alright, so this area is looking a little bit... Well, this isn't going to work. Oh, I forgot it will work, because the hopper can pull and push. So that will definitely work. Alright everyone. So we've got the storage system in. So let's just quickly have a little look through. So I'm going to use FreeCam for this. And we can just see. Alright. So here we've got the we've got a hopper line. We're going to have a water stream come into that hopper right there, and that brings all the loot into the system. So this side we've got the filter for arrows. This side we are filtering bones. As the bones come through, they get put into a crafter, which takes the bones and make bone meal from them. Then if we go down, there's a second crafter right here, which takes the bone meal and compiles them into bones, or into bone blocks at least. And then the bone blocks just get stored in this little system right here. Now anything that's not bones or arrows will continue on this hopper system all the way around this side, coming down here into a little storage. And I can probably, but I'm not going to do that now, because these spots here, I'm just using that to extend the hoppers. And if we need to at some point in the future, we can come and replace these pots with more chest storage. Because what's going to be stored in this little area behind me is going to be the bows and the armor pieces and all of that. So these chests, I do believe, will fill up pretty quickly. But that's something we can deal with at a later point. Guys, let me quickly, I'll be right back. I just want to quickly have get a drink of water, and then I'll be back. So don't go anywhere. I'll be just about 2 minutes, if that. But before I do, let's just check and see. Ah, it's raining. Okay, so I'm just going to stand here. I believe this would be a safe space. Give me a minute or two. I'll be right back with you. All right, hydrated and ready to get back into it. So what we need to do now is get this little dropper system set up. So basically underneath there I've got a barrel, and I'm going to flood it, but right there is a barrel. So I want to set up a dropper that can just shoot all the drops into a water stream. We'll have a bubble elevator going up here to... Where will the bubble elevator be? On right here will be a bubble elevator that just takes all the loot that gets dropped from the skeletons, and it will just push them up. We'll have a little bit of a water stream to just move all the loot into our storage system. But now I am going to have to deal with a little bit of this water we've got here, because the water is definitely going to be in the way, and I think the best thing I can do is just fill this area up with solid blocks. Well, not the whole area. I guess I'll do this. Let me just get my helmet, because we do have aqua affinity and all that on the helmet, so that we can breathe underwater for a longer time. And then let's just fill up a bit of this space. I'm thinking maybe just this area right here. can't remember how much space I need for the dropper system, but let's just get a decent chunk of space for that. So we can always add water again. We do have a bucket with us, and I just don't want any water to come in and spoil the redstone, because the way I am with redstone, I might just forget to fix it, and then my system doesn't work and I can't remember why the system doesn't work. So that is just a little bit of a something I need to keep in mind. There you go. Now we can dig. So the water stream will have to be in here. And then I'm going to have to figure out, because here is the barrel. So I'm thinking the water stream is here. Can we just put a hopper line? Well, the hopper will need to be on this block, spitting things out in that direction. Might have to go down one more, unless I'm going to have to go down one more and put in the was afraid of this. Let's just do that. I'm afraid we are going to get more water, or we might not. Let's see if we are fortunate. All right. So this space should be good for the hopper. I just need to remember how to do this dropper system now. Which isn't very complicated, but this should be enough space. So guys, I was supposed to, well, end the stream 10 minutes back, but I'm just going to go on a little bit and see if I can finish this hopper system with the water stream. Because that was the objective for the stream today, was to finish the crafting setup and then the hopper setup. Now the crafter did take a little bit longer than what I wanted it to, because I had to figure out a few things, and I kept forgetting how to do what I needed to do, but in the end we did figure it out, and I think it's working pretty well. Now let me go and get the dropper. I'm going to need another comparator and another repeater. And it is night time, so I know I'm pretty safe here where I'm at. I don't need to necessarily go and sleep all the time, but I'm scared of the night. I know my tools, my armor is pretty decent, so I shouldn't be too scared of any of the creepies that comes out at night. But I always say, rather safe than sorry. I don't need a creeper coming and blowing up in my face. And let's just get, I think it's only one repeater and one comparator. And I need a dropper as well. Alright. Now I don't know if there's anything in this barrel. Yes, there's plenty in this barrel. So I just wanna remove this dirt and maybe replace it with stone. And let's just do this as well. So that water back there shouldn't be a problem, because I don't believe I would need to go in or go back there again anytime soon. Now I'm thinking, let's just take this chest and oops, let's just put a chest here. And obviously I need to put it somewhere where I can actually open it. And then I'm just going to drop everything in there that I don't need right now, so that we can clean up this barrel up there. And okay, so this should be it. Right, so we're gonna place the hopper right here. Then we're gonna place the we've got the hopper and the dropper. So now we need to put a comparator Geez, I can't remember how to do this now. I think it's something like this. Then we have a block there and there. Then we put a block there as well. Then we have this and this. We have this block here. We've got redstone Do we? Hmm. Do we do something like... No, this block needs to be here. Then we need a comparator or a repeater getting the signal from the block. Do we then... But this is just going to go back in there. Let's just check something. Oh, it is right. It is fine. It's working. Now, we are going to need to get these items over there to the... Let me just go and grab some... I believe I do have ice here. I'm sure I brought ice. Okay. So if we put ice in here, will that... So that should pretty much get the items where we need them. I believe, I hope at least it will work. And then take my pickaxe because this and that needs to be soul sand, which I should have brought with me as well, but I didn't. Alright, so we've got the soul sand. So that's pretty much the items are getting there. I don't know whether they will... Well, I'm just going to trust that they will get where they need to be. Then let's see what I've got for glass. Do I have more? I've only got 8 tinted glass. And do I have... Let's do this and make a bit more tinted glass. And get a few deep slate bricks. Do I have any? I can easily make more, but we do have enough. So I'm just thinking, just to make it look decent, I wanna do this. And we can just do this side. This side is already bricks. We could go up a little bit more. There. There, that's going to look nice. And then we can just fill this wall with tinted glass. So the tinted glass is just so that we can see the items go up there. And I'm thinking maybe we should make another 2. Should we light it up at the back? I think maybe we should. Let's just get another I should have levers somewhere. And while I'm at it, let me just grab these signs. I'm going to need them as well. Let's do this. You make levers with stone, or cobblestone at least. Then now where's my glowstone? Ah, there. Let's just make another lamp. You know what? Let's make 2 more. Once we can. Maybe put 1 there, and we can just light it up from the back here. Really? There, we can just do that, so that will have a little light on the bottom. And then if we go up, we can maybe, where's this is going to come up here, so let's maybe just, we are going to just fill this wall in. And then let's say we put the redstone lamp there. Just grab another lever. switch that on and fill this back in like so. Do that. Do that. And then now I know it's not necessary to use this glass, but since I've got access to it, since I've got a lot of it, I mean, I'm just going to use it. Because now we will have the water stream come up here. And even though I doubt that we will ever come up here to look at it, we can at least make it look like something. And you know what, maybe I don't even need to. I can just use stone. So the water stream needs to run there. So the water needs to run down here. And then it will go all the way up there. Okay. So let's see. On this side, like I said, I really doubt that we're ever going to see anything here, but like here on this side, I'm thinking maybe we can just put normal glass so that if we are down here, now I can't get down there. So if we are down here just looking up, we can at least see some movement if we need to. If we need to troubleshoot or anything, we'll be able to. Now, already closed this off, which I shouldn't necessarily have done. But let's just see. So that should be it. The water stream should be doing the right thing there. Let's get an extra bucket so that we've got 2 buckets for water, and then go and get the water in and see if it works the way that it's intended to work. Let's see, where did I leave my iron? Down there. I should probably eat. I mean, nobody said anything in the comments that I should eat. And then I'm trying to sprint, and obviously I can't sprint because I'm hungry. No. Where did I put my iron? Iron? No iron. Ah, iron. Just 1, 2, 3. We make a bucket. And then get a little bit of water. But now my concern is that I'll show you my concern just now. But I think the solution is to just make a pressure plate. I'm not sure if that's going to work, but we can have a look. So we put a pressure plate here. Oh, that does work. And then we are going to fill this in, but for now, let's just put a sign there and see. So that does definitely work. Then we get another water bucket there. Oh no. Water buckets, I need to put them on top. Let's just fill in this right here. We're going to leave this open for now. We are going to come and fill it in as well. But before we do, let's just go and see how the water is going to work. Because now I have closed this up. I'm going to have to open up a little bit of space here. So basically, I think if we put the water in there, right? So it's going to flow up to here, so then we need to replace this one. So then we need to put a sign there. No, not. Oh. Yes, that makes perfect sense. Does make perfect sense. We need to get in there to put a sign, and then we need to replace this one with a piece of ice. And then I need more water. I hope 2 more buckets is going to be sufficient. So now if we put a bucket of water in there, let's just come in this way and see. All right, and place another sign right there. Replace that one with a piece of ice. So then it's 1, 2. Will it reach? Are we going to just try it out and see if it reaches? This is going to be a little bit tricky now. Let me just go and make another sign maybe. And clear a little bit of the inventory, and okay, let's see, we're almost there, guys, we're almost there. Because now we've got that sign, so if we put this water, but now if I put the water block in there, I don't want any water because let's just do this. I think we can make this work. So if we put a bucket of water there, then we do this. Just put another sign here for now. Water will flow. Like so. So then basically we can do this, and then as soon as I break that sign, just need to put so. Then I think everything's going to flow. Okay, so let's to just test it, because if we throw Let's just throw a redstone in there. See if it gets pushed all the way through the system. So we might not see it here. But then the redstone should end up right here. And I believe since that sign ended up here, the redstone should also... Unless it's getting stuck somewhere. Let's just give it a second. I'm not seeing the redstone come through. Okay, I'm just going to use this to see if there's any way. So it gets stuck in the corner right there. And I was afraid that might happen. But now, how do we solve that? If I just put a block there. Let's put a redstone block there, or a glowstone block there. Right? Then let's just toss a redstone torch. So that should then go all the way around. So let's just go and see if the redstone torch makes it down to the barrel. So now the redstone has made it. Let's just see if there's anywhere else where it gets stuck, because now I don't see it getting stuck anywhere. So it should actually make its way here, unless it's getting stuck somewhere else. Can't think. So I don't see it anywhere here in the water stream. So let's just... How about we throw another one in. Let me just collect this and fix that. Go have a look if it's getting through. Was this should work. There's one. So it takes a little bit of time to go through, it seems. But alright, I believe that will do the trick. And it's the 10-minute Minecraft cycle again. Well, I'm sure I'm skipping plenty of nights, but I just want to... Well, now I can't sleep. Well, now I can. Okay, I'm skipping plenty of nights, but I do want to sleep every now and then, just to be sure that we don't have any... Well, any... what are those things that come out in the night? Phantoms. Just so that we don't have any phantoms spawning on us. And then let's do this. I did bring kelp. I'm sure I did, yes. So let's just do this, get the water stream set up to work. Put the kelp in there and bone meal. Let's bone meal that one first. Oops. Now it seems I'm not going to have enough. Well, I do have a few bones. Just see. Okay, so now the kelp gets stuck up here. But okay, that's not a problem, because we need to close it up. Now it's going to get stuck there. How am I going to prevent things from getting stuck there? Unless I just simply... Okay, I've got another idea. What if... This is, well, this is definitely not pretty, but if I can make it work, it will be worth it. So, let's say we take out that one, we put some water in there. Let's see, then it's going to do this, which we don't want it to. But if we put a sign there, we put another sign there, and we replace these two with ice blocks, like so. Is that going to solve the problem? Let's throw a lantern in there. So that should solve the problem, right? Yeah, that's better. That's much better. So now if let's put the buckets in there, so they should be shot up, go in to the stream. And eventually make their way. There you go, there's the bucket. Awesome, it's working. So then we can fill this in, and we can do that. Torch. Alright, and let's do one final test of the whole system. Let's throw a few pieces of redstone or glowstone in there and see. So this should indicate when it's coming down. Nice, everyone. I think it's working. I think it's working. Now we can just go and now I need to clean up this chest here. But let's just see. So any drops from the skeletons, they will drop bones. Let's just quickly go and check what we've got in these. So here we've got only a chest plate. There's 3 stacks and 2 arrows, and there's no bone blocks there yet. So now if we go and throw everything into this barrel, we are simulating killing the skeletons. So they will drop bones, and they will drop arrows. Then let's just clear some space. They will drop these bows as well. And then we'll just be able to go and check and make sure that everything is going into the right storage part, And while we do that, I would like to just empty this chest. I guess we can, those arrows can go in there. We can probably use the bundle for the odds. What else can I put in the bundle? There you go. We can take this chest with us. And let's see. Okay, so the bows have been coming in here. Arrows have definitely come in. And we've got bone blocks. Everybody, success. I call that success. That has been success. Now, and the next part, the next thing we need to do is to just come and clean up the mess we've made, and obviously clean up my inventory as well. But we need to come back in here, clean up the mess. I think we can quite comfortably just fill in. We are never going to see this space here at the back. Just to be sure to light it up. I don't know if we should maybe have a little access tunnel to this area, but honestly speaking, I don't think I need to. I think I can just come and fill this up. I don't believe we will ever need to go back in there. Then we need to come up here, just clean up. But even this, what we've got here, I think I can pretty much just close this off. I mean, are we ever going to come back here? If we do, because as I said earlier, we might come and change these into chests with hoppers for more storage, but we will see how quickly this storage system fills up, and then we will make a decision. So let me just clear up my inventory a little bit. Sorry, let me just do a little bit of inventory management and just grab my bucket of water. I can take the other bucket and fill it as well. I don't need to go all the way there. and just grab water from here. Then one of the buckets we can put away. It's night time, so let's quickly have a nap. Uh-oh. Where did that creeper go? I know it's here. It's somewhere. There he is. No, I don't have any arrows with me. That's... Well, let's just grab arrows and then see if we can... There it is. Got it. Let's just quickly go up and make sure it's safe up here. Okay, seems to be safe. Alright everyone, I think I'm an hour over when I actually wanted or planned to end the stream, but I guess we've been accomplishing a few things, and that was the point of doing this stream, was to accomplish things, and I think we did pretty well. We've got the item filters are working perfectly. We've got the crafters working perfectly. We've got the storage set up. We've got the water transport system working perfectly. So I believe this has been such a good stream. We made such good progress. And I want to thank each and every one of you still left in the stream. Every one of you that stuck through it with me, and I honestly really want to thank each and every one of you for sticking through it, and I hope you enjoyed the stream. I hope I've been entertaining to you. I mean, I'm not the funniest person out there. I'm not the most technical person out there. I'm not the best builder out there, but I am trying to just entertain each and every one of you. And if you found 5 minutes worth of entertainment from this stream, I believe I have achieved my goal. Now, any of you who wants to stay up to date with future streams, remember to subscribe to the channel and make sure the notifications is on. Give the video a like, and anybody who wants to support me and the channel, I have opened up memberships. You are welcome. It's not you're not obliged to, it's not mandatory that you join as a member, but memberships, the plan with memberships, any money I make from this channel will go back into the channel for now, upgrading equipment, and just into anything that I believe can make the streams and the videos on the channel better. So you guys are welcome to check it out. If it's for 1 month, or if you are joining as a member and renewing every month, it doesn't matter. every little cent, every little bit does help. So with that then, I want to thank you all again very much. I will see you in the next one, and you must all have a very lovely weekend. Thank you so much. Until next time, my name is Henry Yu, and goodbye.